Hey, people of Zen, how are you guys doing today? Now, as always, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Do you, quote unquote, play it safe in life? Do you always choose the easy route versus the route that has more bumps and curves? Well, in today's video, what we're going to discuss is how to set big, scary goals. But before we do that, if you guys have never been to this channel, what I really like to do here is just inspire the world mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially, because I truly believe that if each one of us had a holistic yin-yang balance of each one of those areas, we would live in world peace and eliminate hunger, famine, slavery, war, disease, poverty, and have more health, wealth, and abundance together as one human unit on this planet. So let's go ahead and talk about today's topic is how to set big and scary goals. Now, again, it's a very interesting topic because a lot of us are kind of programmed to stay within a comfort zone and to just ride that out for our entire lives. Never really lived, we just existed. So think about this. What would you rather do? Would you rather work for 30 to 40 years for someone else, exchanging your time in life for money, for a paycheck, and then at the end of that 40 years, you don't really have anything to show for that, and you're exhausted and you're tired and you're just worn out? Or would you rather work somewhere between 5 to 10 years, really, really hard on something that you're passionate about, that you feel like it's your calling, your duty on this earth, and then at the end of that 5 to 10 years, you literally can live any type of life that you want because A, you have enough abundance financially, and then you are well balanced again in those areas, mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, and also financially. Which one would you rather choose? It's obvious that if you look at it from the surface that most people would choose the 5 to 10 years because obviously it beats 30 to 40, but in reality, the average person chooses the 30 to 40 year route. And why is that? It's because the 30 to 40 year route is more comfortable than the 5 to 10 year route, because the 5 to 10 year route is unknown. It's scary. You can't really see the end path because it wasn't preset for you, versus we're programmed in our schooling and our teachings through life and culture and backgrounds that we have to go to school, get education, get a job, work 40 years for someone else, making that person rich, while we just kind of live a mundane, non-exciting life. And that's how it should be. But in reality, you have 1,000 millionaires being created per day, and I would think maybe 80 to 90% of those are self-made, maybe growing up with struggles or from poverty, and they worked hard to reverse that, and then they can bless their families and bless other people just based on their wisdom and their teachings, and then now they pass that down to the next generation. But really ask yourself that, because also another way to look at it is, I believe I heard this from Earl Nightingale once. He said, where he was telling a story about a father and son, and the father was asking the son, "Son, what would you rather have? The goose that lays the golden egg or the actual golden egg itself?" And the son said, "Well, it's obvious. I'd rather choose the goose because the goose can produce more golden eggs, and I can just keep profiting pretty much residually off of the golden eggs versus having one shiny object or one gold egg, and then now I can spend that or use that once or trade it in. Now I have nothing else." And his dad said, "Well, good choice, son, but the average person actually chooses the golden egg versus the goose, because that's just how it is in life. People would rather have the instant now, which is the golden egg, versus the goose that takes time to produce it and to build up for it to produce one at a time. But if you nurture the goose, take care of it, keep it healthy, nourished, it will keep producing golden eggs that you can actually sell off or make into other things that's useful to society." So I want you guys to really think about this question. Which one do you choose? Do you choose the goose or the golden egg? Or do you choose the 30 to 40 year route or the 5 to 10 year route? Because when you realize that you're going to live that life anyway, and some people say, well, it takes too long. It's funny how a lot of times people would say, oh, a 5-year journey to success and financial freedom and just happiness and being able to help people, that's too long. But they choose the 30 to 40 year route. Isn't that crazy? You have to really stop, analyze things, critically think, and then realize, like, how did I get to this point to where I'm choosing this answer, which is obviously not the most efficient for my personal situation. And then when you kind of go back and kind of dig deep and ask those uncomfortable questions, you will actually start to realize that, wow, okay, I understand now why I'm thinking this way. So then I'm going to reprogram my subconscious to let it open up the door for my inner subconscious, which is my true being, what I'm really meant to do, will be able to come out and flourish. So just want you guys to really think about that. Do you choose the goose or the golden egg? Do you choose the 30 to 40 year route or the 5-year route? And how do you set those big scary goals? Again, you have to push yourself and set goals that are not easily achieved, because you can set a goal today. Hey, I'm going to wake up and yawn, right? And then you do that and it's nothing. You don't have to do any effort for that. But you set a goal, I'm going to get up and actually go outside when it's cold and jog for 15 minutes when I don't want to. That's a big goal. Or I'm going to set a goal that within the next 2 to 5 years, I will be able to have all my personal debts paid off. That's a big scary goal. Or again, another one, 2 to 5 years, I will be able to be full-time in my personal business, be an entrepreneur to where I control my time, my money, my location. No one else tells me what to do, and I can help, start to bless other people or create a charity after I've got myself to where I need to be. So something like that, just really think about that, guys. Those are bigger, scary goals because you don't know how you're going. You don't have to worry about the what or how. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. Just set the goal and put your trust and faith into God and Jesus, and you will be directed on the path you need to go. Now, again, it's not going to happen overnight or 6 months, but everything you're doing within that 6-month period is actually helping develop you to be able to accept that abundance that you set the goal for. Because again, in the Bible, it does say ask and you shall receive. So when you ask for that, you have to go on your journey that will get you there. And it's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine. It's going to be bumps and dips and shuttle of death valleys. And you're going to want to give up, but that's part of your growth. It's just what needs to happen in order to be able to grow, become wise, appreciate things, be more grateful. Because if it was just handed to us, we would not appreciate what we have and not realize that working hard actually is the journey and not the destination. So those are just some quick examples. I would like to know, what are some of your big scary goals that you set for yourself in the comments below. And as always, I have a quote for you guys, and this quote is from Bob Proctor. Have you heard me say this before? But he said, set a goal to achieve something that is so big, so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time. This is Greg with Planet Green Zen signing off. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon.
Planet Green Zen, inspiring the everyday person to break free from the mundane and take action.